Wowzers. Wowie wowzers. Wow. 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 Wowie wowzers. Wowzers. Saber. Am I going to Ilya's place? I think so. And, interlude. Oh, okay. The church? The stone room is illuminated by the morning sun. The light coming in from the ceiling pushes back the darkness. Every entrance and every window is sealed off, but even that cannot block out the sunlight. Even the place that should be covered in darkness benefits from the break of dawn. Not the dawn of break. Is that Ryder? Whose leg is that? Entrances and windows are ordinarily used to let things enter and leave. The cracks cannot be covered, and besides, if it is entirely closed off, it cannot fulfill its duty to be used as a passage. If one wants to completely shut out the light, there should not be any entrances. If one prefers darkness, one should go to the underground place without a way to enter, a way to return. Who is this? In that regard, this underground temple is not perfect. The light exposes all secrets without reservation. The hidden temple was easily discovered, and its master was easily eliminated as well. The master? Wait, so the priest is gone? There are traces of blood on the floor. The original owner of this temple was killed by an intruder. The supervisor of the Holy Grail, Kotomin Akiri, was removed from this stage by Caster's hands. Oh, okay. Yeah. That battle happened a few hours ago. The underground regained its silence. Oh, Gilgamesh is gone. No, that's why Gilgamesh was given to Shinji. Okay, I get it. The new master of the church is standing in the darkness, but the winner scorns herself. Caster glares at the darkness with an irritated look. First of all, the temple is unpleasant. Neither the sanctuary nor the secret sanctuary hidden beneath it suits her taste. The intruding light is unpleasant, and the priest she killed was unpleasant as well. And most importantly, the crucial objective has not been accomplished yet. She is shocked at how poorly things are going, and she even considers reducing this whole place to ashes. Who is this? Oh, it's Saber. She's wearing something really weird. Fortunately, she refrains from such violence. It is not because she regains her composure, nor is it because of her respect towards the church. She suppressed her emotion only because of this sound. Faint, periodic sound. A woman's painful voice is like fine music to her. She forgets her troubles and enjoys the spectacle. Bound. The groaning sound of pain comes from a girl. The weak murmurs contain heated arousal. The groans would inspire either compassion or sadistic pleasure in those who may hear them. It does not need to be said that she falls under the latter category. Sweat drips down her forehead. Just watching the beautiful lips gasping in shame seems to bring heat to this cold room. You're doing very well, Saber. I would never have expected you to resist the command spell for a whole night. She talks with delight. As the first one you cast? Oh, she bent over. At the back of the temple, the girl hangs, only able to moan. As long as she opposes the command spell, free will does not exist for Saber. Worse still, a magic so strong that it is visible. So strong that it is visible tortures Saber's body. Yeah, okay. The command spell pressures her from the inside and Caster's magic tortures her from the outside. The torture is more unbearable than having her body wounded. Oh, that's what that is. Alright. Saber's reasoning has almost disappeared. I guess you can keep healing Saber as well, because you have a lot of magic, don't you? You said it was infinite. Only the remnants of her pride hold her back. Does that mean that servants are immortal then? Neither the command spell nor Caster's magic can take away that deep root. Therefore, the torture continues forever. Caster watches the process, how the girl desperately tries to hold her ground. It was Caster that dressed her in this white costume. It is not arousing with her armor, and most of all, the armor does not suit her. If she is an untainted virgin, she should be in a pure white dress when she falls. How brave of you. Falls? What are you planning to do? No matter how much you resist with your will, the servant's body of yours is different. You can tell that the command spell is slowly infringing on your mind, right? You'll be mine in less than a day. In that case, it is not easier to give up now and become mine. The voice protests painfully. Even though her reasoning is melted, Saber does not yield to Castor. As Castor says, she will endure this torturing until the command spell fully controls her body. You're stubborn, Saber, but I shall forgive you. I like girls like you, that golden hair, small body, and the boyish, gallant figure. Everything is so cute, and I love your loyalty for trying to choose death over betrayal. Really, I want to step on you and crush you. She looks at the girl with eyes filled with joy and hatred. Alright. If Castor puts her mind to it, she could get Saber to surrender in an instant. Saber's freedom is lost from fighting on one command spell. Then the result is obvious. If Castor uses the second command spell, Saber will become Castor's without the need for such torture. But she wouldn't do such an inelegant thing. Castor should take time training her, since she's a lovely toy. For Castor, Saber is a tool with first-class appearance and ability. It is natural to savor this rare jewel. Alright. It is boring to control your body using the command spell. I will have you become a servant to have your own will. Yes, I will destroy your mind before your body. Castor glares with bewitching eyes at the girl in the white dress. She almost forgets about the Holy Grail. She thinks about Saber's white skin and imagines transforming her into a slave that only seeks pleasure. Okay. She will make the girl into a tainted slave to her lusts. She will not do something cruel like taking her virginity. She is a virgin, then she should make you into a virgin that drowns in pleasure. A girl's body will never be satisfied, greedily seeking pleasure. When she imagines it and smiles, "What are you doing there, Castor?" An unemotional voice suddenly calls from behind her. Is it Assassin? She turns around immediately. Above the temple, someone slowly comes down the stairs that lead outside. A tall, lean figure appears from the darkness. Oh, is it her master? There's no sign of footsteps, nor is there any presence to be felt. The man comes down into the temple and shows no emotion. Even after seeing the blood on the ground and the girl, Soichiro-sama, Castor changes her attitude right away. Her expression changes from one filled with joy and irritation to that of a tense servant. "Why are you here? I believe I asked you to stay at the Rido Temple." "I questioned you first, Castor. I asked you what you were doing here." The man, Choichiro, does not change the tone of his voice. The flattered voice is more terrifying than any threat. A voice without emotion is like a mirror, a guilty conscience. The voice is more fearful to those with greater guilt. One is questioned not by Kazuki, but by one's own mind. Tessa holds her hand on her chest and reports to Kazuki. He is not one that can be fooled. She cannot bear to tell a lie to this person. "I have taken away a servant last night from one of the masters, Emiyashiro. I let Emiyashiro go, but he's no longer a master. If he is smart, he should not oppress us anymore." "He's not smart." "I see, but I have not given such an order. I acted arbitrarily, master. After that I attacked the church to obtain the vessel of the Holy Grail. I killed the priest, caretaker of the Holy Grail, but the Grail's whereabouts are unknown." The whereabouts is Ilya. "What do you mean you obtained the vessel? Isn't Ilya the vessel?" "That was your decision as well, huh? You must not have returned because you could not find the Holy Grail. But it is a place you obtained after much trouble. It would be meaningless to abandon it without figuring out what you're after." Kazuki's words are not criticizing her, but Castor can only be ashamed of herself. She killed the priest who knew what the Holy Grail was, but she still does not have the Holy Grail. Furthermore, she has revealed her own actions, which should have been hidden from him. What else can she do but call it a total failure? I understand the situation. Can you explain why you did this, Castor? Did he cast a command spell on you, or are you just like this? "I'm sorry, but this is all for you, Master. My goal is to lead you to victory. I have no other reason." A long silence. After hearing Castor's declaration, Kazuki Choichiro murmurs, "I see. Then I cannot move away from here. Your troubles will be for nothing if other masters find the Holy Grail while we are absent. Then, Master, you can search this place until you are satisfied. I shall return here until you are done. I shall remain here until you are done. You alone are not fit for fighting. You will need a guard until Saber is under your control." "Huh? No, there's no need for that. I do not need your help, and I do not know how long the search will last." "Oh yeah, Assassin's still at the Rido Temple." This place is dangerous. You'll be safe if you return to the Rido temple. Is that why you kept assassin there? To keep your master safe? I thought it was just for a distraction. That is true, but it could be both. But if I do that, I cannot fulfill my objective. Those words are unexpected even for Castor. What kind of an objective does this man have? He has no interest even in the Holy Grail which can grant any wish. Chochiro-sama, then. However, I do not care if it is not here. Just make sure you come with the clear result. With that, Kazuki goes back up the stairs. Castor watches him go in blank amazement. The dark room is still silent. The footsteps going up the stairs cannot be heard. Alright. Interlude out. I open my eyes. My eyes are not the only thing that wakes up, as my sleeping mind wakes up as well. The wound is not a problem. I check the wound in my left shoulder. It still hurts, but there's no intense pain like last night. The heat in my body has gone away somewhat. It shouldn't be a problem for me to move around. Alright. I eat breakfast and satisfy my hunger. Food comes before anything else. My body won't move unless it gets the nutrition it needs. Alright, I reapply the bandage. The wound has turned dark blue. Oh yeah, you can't heal anymore, can you? It hasn't healed up and I can see fresh red meat. Of course Saber's now here. I disinfected, put gaze over it, and wrap bandages around it. It's a primitive first aid treatment to wrap and constrict the wound, but I have to do this so it won't get any worse. Oh then, I'll need a weapon now. Are you gonna make one? Or strengthen one? It's cloudy today. It must be really cold as there's frost on the grass outside. But that's meaningless to me. I feel no cold. My body is burning and I want to pour ice over myself. Ice water. But this is much better than the condition I was in last night. The only thing I can find are wooden swords. I chose the one that looks like it is the best and put it into my shine bag. I'm guessing my sword's gonna break. I'm gonna not construct. I'm going to project a weapon. I snap my cheeks. I don't think to encourage myself or to reassure myself that I won't be coming back here. I honestly don't know why I did that. I carried the shine bag over my right shoulder and head outside. The place I've lived at for so long. The shed was like my own room, but I don't turn to look at it. I don't think this is the last stage, so you probably will come back. Too many people are still alive. Well, even though I've decided to fight, there are many problems. I have to determine clearly what I should do first. Well, I'll probably end up not getting anything done. There are two courses of action. I meet up with Tohsaka, go to the church for advice. Well, this is Tohsaka's route, so I should meet up with Tohsaka. But Saber's at the church, so I should save Saber. Conclusion? Go to Tohsaka. I'll go find Tohsaka. She told me to forfeit. If I'm going to ignore her advice and fight, I have to make her realize that I'm not going to give up, and that we're still cooperating, and I can't let her fight by herself. I owe her big time. I can't forfeit until I repay her for that. And she always screws up at the crucial moment, and she's so unreliable that I can't let her be alone. I adjust the shiny bag on my shoulder. I know I want to be of much help, and that she will object, but I can't obtain peace of mind until I see Tohsaka's face. Thinking of which, I will die if I go to the church and there's like 2 people there. Saber's probably just gonna kill me again, knowing her. This is just a what if, but if she gets injured away from me, I can't even be there to help her. Alright, let's go and see Tohsaka. This is the park. Phew, I sit down on the bench and rest my burning body. Is there parking between your houses? I thought the park was past the bridge. Okay. I sit because I thought your district was over here and the other one was over here and then the bridge was like over here, where like the park is and stuff. I sit down on a bench and rest my burning body. It's past noon. I search all around Shinto, but I haven't found anything. Damn, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I didn't think I would find nothing. I knew from the start that I had no way to find Tohsaka. I let my luck take over and searched through the town, but I couldn't find her, nor any trace of her. I'm not going to her house. Okay. As the masses aren't coming out either, I guess there's no need to attack me now that I don't have any command spells. I sigh and lay back. Maybe I'll see Ilya. I'm making no progress like this. Tohsaka hasn't left any trace, and my last resort of using myself as bait to lure other masters is failing so far. Anyway, I had to get a bit uneasy. I might not be able to find Tohsaka, and I might not be able to save Saber. They might already be in a terrible situation by the time I find them. It's still noon. I won't let that happen so easily. I get back up. I ignore the renewed throbbing in my shoulder and leave the park. I thought they were going to Ilya's place, but I guess they went to the church. I'll search one more time. I'm sure that she's in Shinto. It's just like last night. I don't know why, but I can feel that he's around here. It's not something ambiguous like a premonition. This is a certain knowledge like a conviction. Archer is? Alright. Guess you can feel each other because you're the exact same person, maybe? Oh no. Oh, swords again. When did I figure out what the dream was? A desert as far as I can see. The numerous swords stuck in the ground do not have a wielder. The sky is stormy and there is no forest, town or sea within my sight. A hill of blades stretched to infinity, a graveyard of steel without any wielder or bearer. I knew from the start that this is the scenery inside that hero's mind. Oh, this again? After many sequences of events, one who becomes a heroic spirit ends up in that place. Die, become a heroic spirit, and then keep being pulled out. There are those who left the world loved by people, and there are those who left the world praised as noble kings. There are those who died wanting to fight, and there are those who died in satisfaction. But it seems there are many that have been praised as heroes against their will. If true heroes are those who have legitimately earned the title, these are a different kind. They are forced to the throne of heroes because of their fate, and they should be called avengers, the anti-hero. They are the opposite of heroes, but they're praised as heroes regardless. Even those that hated humans and those that the humans hated are summoned as guardians. But he's neither. He's not a true hero, nor a rare anti-hero. He was never compensated for his efforts, and his own life ended with betrayal. But he never hated humans, but it didn't last. Yes, he probably grew wary. I was mistaken. Heroic spirits, familiars are called servants. Humanity's power to control called the guardians. They are summoned in every age to prevent humanity's extinctions. But the only condition for the summoning is destruction brought on by humans. Natural destruction brought on by an outside factor, solved not by human power, but by the world's restraining power. So the only thing guardian heroic spirits can see is self-destruction. Okay. I'm guessing these events happen a lot then. No, it must kind of suck to live in this world. It's gonna happen in this guy's lifetime. I don't know if it's only gonna be in Japan or what. They have an existence that eliminates destruction brought on by human greed. He made a contract with the world to save humans and become a hero. After he died, he became a heroic spirit and was shown humanity's self-destruction over and over. He is summoned as a heroic spirit to save people, but he only gets to clean up after people's wrongdoings. It did not take long for him to realize that it is meaningless and start loathing the human world. And in the end, he was betrayed by the ideal that he protected unto death. Alright. Graveyard. Rin, do you feel dizzy? Huh? Hearing the call, Tohsaka Rin wakes up. You're at the graveyard, which I think is in a different place. So, whatever. Also, the time's different, so maybe you came here at some point later. Hearing the call, Tohsaka Rin wakes up. She slowly looks around. This is the foreigner's cemetery. It's just past 7 o'clock, but there's no one here. Well, the hill with the church is always empty to start with. Sorry, I fell asleep. I guess I'm tired. That's understandable. You have not slept since last night. Should we postpone this if you're not feeling well? We do not have to go get them right away, right at this moment. No, we can't take our time. Since we know where Castor is, we should settle this right now. After saying so, Rin realizes that her body is warm. A familiar archer must have kept her warm using his coat. Yeah, you knew I was asleep, huh? And you didn't wake me up? Well, it's rare to see someone sleeping while they're standing. I was fascinated, so I have to observe it. That's even worse. Who are you to be staring at a girl's sleeping face? Do not worry, I have done nothing so rude. But I did hear something else. I can close my eyes, but I cannot close my ears. I see. What was I saying, Archer? I heard a few scary phrases like... how you're so angry. Oh, that's good. Rin sighs with relief. The dream she saw should not be discussed. She can't have Archer know about it. She likes their relationship. To maintain it, she has to hide the fact that she knows about Archer's past. Let's go, Archer. I know a bit about the church. I can guess where she might be hiding. She brushes away Archer's cloak. Archer silently protects her from behind her. Then, hey Archer, have you ever regretted your own actions? She asks without turning around. I don't want to, if I can help it. I want to grit my teeth and be stubborn, even when I'm completely beaten. But I'm sure that's hard. Harder than I imagine, I suppose. That would depend on the person. There are those who can, and those who cannot do so. You're the former. Such people will not make mistakes. Let alone consider them. Hey, that sounds like I'm an arrogant tyrant. This is a good observation, Rin. A brilliant person shines brighter than others. Such people never have to grit their own teeth. So this is a personal opinion, but you would fall under that category. Tohsaka Rin will follow her path until the very end. The knight in the red cloak praises her. Tohsaka Rin blushes at his answer, but he keeps asking without turning around. Then what about you? Do you think you would be able to believe in yourself until the very end? I'm sorry, but that question is meaningless. Why, it's something you're able to answer, right? She sounds a bit nervous. To that, the until the end part is meaningless. Did you forget, Master? I met my end a long time ago. The knight in red gives his reply. Interlude out. Oh, that was an interlude? I kind of forgot it started. Man, I sigh and lean against the sign. I guess it makes sense. It's an interlude. I searched until the sun sets, and the only thing I figured out was how useless I am. Someone's watching me? The wound in my left shoulder is throbbing with pain. I don't know if it's opened or if the bandage is getting loose. Either way, I can't spend too much time on the search. It will end up like last night if I don't find a clue. Man, where could she be? I recall when I parted ways with her last night. It's only been a day since she told me to return to the church since I can't fight without Saber. That means Lancer doesn't have a master anymore, so is Lancer just gonna die? Oh, the church! There's a clue. I thought about it when I started the search this morning. The supervisor of the Holy Grail War, the priest of the church might know where Tohsaka is. It's irritating to ask that priest for help, but this is no time to be hung up on that sort of thing. I guess I'll find her there since she's also going there. I shouldn't go see that priest regardless of my feelings. He's a priest, but Kotimi Kiri is not a man that should be approached. I don't want to go and ask him for advice, but he's the only one I can count on right now. I'll consult him just this once. There shouldn't be a problem. I convinced myself and moved my aching body. It's almost 7 o'clock. Alright. Guess I'm going back now. Remember this road? A 20 minutes walk from the station. The church is in the suburbs, away from the noisy town. It's been 9 days since I last went up this hill, but I'm sure I'm going there pretty often now, considering that I've never been there before. To be honest, I don't like the church. Maybe that building itself is a forbidden place I shouldn't approach. Indeed. The fire 10 years ago. The church took care of all the orphans at that time, so it reminds me of that incident, whether I like it or not. Did you mention this last time? I don't know, actually. I get up the hill and come out to the clearing. I get a sudden headache. It's not because of the wound on my shoulder. The wound is causing me to have a fever, but it shouldn't give me a headache. Give me such a headache. My temples are hurting. I lose myself and feel a chill, as if my body is splitting into like a shedding insect. This is weird. I bet the headache and start running. It's because of the hunch I've had since yesterday, the conviction that Tohsaka is in Shinto. The sensation is assailing me now and causing the headache. Then, something should be going on in there. Maybe. It's the church. There are bloodstains on the floor. The blood continues to the door at the back of the church. No, that's wrong. It looks more like it came out from that door. Curious about it, but now's not the time. If there's blood, it means someone's hurt, and this much, too. Their life must be in danger. Alright. I feel a sharp pain in my head. Dull heaviness settles in my body. I ignore it and take out the wooden sword and start walking quietly. Going to the back room. Tohsaka, are you there? Nobody replies. The air is tense. I feel like the windows here will break if I'm too loud. I follow the trail of blood. It's coming from in between the columns. A dark staircase that you would normally not notice. A descending staircase. This place has a basement? This is a church, so could it be a mausoleum? I don't think that's how you say that. But so basically there's all the dead people. I don't have enough energy to just stand here and think. I cautiously step into the darkness. At least I think that's what it's used for. I descended into the dark. I see a faint light at the end of the stairs. Breathing quietly, I make my way down, using that faint light. Is it a mausoleum? The narrow corridor ends and I come out into an open space. It's a big stone room. The stairs follow the wall down to the catacombs. There's an open space at the end of the stairs, and there's the person I've been looking for, Tohsaka Rin. Alright. Oh, this is a overhead view. Tohsaka confronts the enemy before her with Archer's protection. In front of her, in front of the altar, are two people. It does not even need to be said who they are. The magus is in a purple robe, Casta, and her master, Kazuki. And on the altar behind them is Saber, who is looking down and panting painfully. Alright. My head jumps. My pulse is beating faster than normal. The situation is obvious. Two pairs of masters and servants are confronting each other in the temple about 5 meters below me. They hadn't noticed me standing above them as they're too absorbed. Tohsaka and Casta are looking for an opening to strike. It would be suicidal for them to look up in a situation like this. My heart beats even faster. My head pounds and my shoulders ache as if seared by a hot rod. I can't keep my presence hidden forever in this state. Casta or Kazuki will notice me if they happen to look up just a bit. I'll go out. I can give Tohsaka an opening now. No, not yet. I can't act so recklessly. Um, wait, what? Did I not save? Why is it showing that image? Like, the things are different. So weird. Uh, I'll go out. I can give Saka. Oh yeah, sure. I'll go out. I'll die. Now's my chance. It's not just a surprise attack. Tohsaka and Archer, Casta and Kazuki, if their powers are equal, even I can make a difference. I can let Archer take care of Casta so we can stop Kazuki for a while. Tohsaka can shoot at him from a distance. Is that your plan? Shiro? Why am I going with Kazuki? I went down the stairs. I strengthened the wooden sword in my hand. I suppressed the pain in my shoulder. I can't let Casta know that I'm wounded. Are you out of your mind? Why are you here? What are you saying? You're the one who told me to go to the church. I didn't think I'd run into such a situation here either. Tohsaka gasps. Good. I said that on a whim, but it seems Tohsaka understands now. I'm going to help you. I should be of use in this situation, right? Complain to me after we defeat Casta. I slowly close in on Kazuki so that I'll be able to protect her. She just blamed Tohsaka. You idiot. You and Rin would have survived if you had not come out. Huh? He murmurs as if he's given up. Before I realize what he means, yeah, I'm gonna die. Casta, this makes 3 against 3. You should have no complaints. Get Saber. Kazuki uses his commands while to order Saber. Yeah. What? Saber's bindings are released. The golden-haired girl's force powers seize the ground and... well, that's it. No way. Saber shouldn't be under her control yet. They use the command spell, so that's fine. Yeah, that's why I used the command spell in order to kill you guys. It was my master's order. I did not want to use it, but I had to, right? Saber gets up. Her body is covered with her silver armor, and in her hands is the golden sword I've never seen before. Oh, it's Callum, I think. You got me, boy. I only have 1 command spell remaining now. This is for my protection, so I cannot order Saber by force anymore. My plan is to make the Holy Grail eternal. To make the only Holy Grail eternal has been foiled. I can only make 1 wish come true now, but... I should have fun here before that. Saber, show them your true power as they have spoiled my wish. Saber readies her golden sword and steps towards us. Roger is silent. Instead of telling Tohsaka to run, he stands in front of Saber. It is the final loyalty of the knight that understands he cannot protect his master no matter what. Oh. Saber and Casta begin their attack. There's no way to counterattack nor is there any time to run away. How can a mere human defend against it when even Archer has given up, abandoned all hope? Saber and Casta, ordered by the command spells, the 2 servants attack mercilessly. Whoops. And that's it. Dead end. Yeah. Okay. I'll go to the dojo. Tigers look captured. What is this, afternoon? Hello everyone. It is time for the Counselor of Life, Fujimoto, to resolve all your secret problems. This is today's guest, the one living in Reader Temple in Fuyuku City, Kasta, pseudonym, San, 28 years old, estimated. No, it's Kasta. Hello, please give me your best regards. The voice has changed for privacy reasons. Oh my, you are beautiful. What's wrong? Someone as beautiful as you shouldn't have any problems. Oh, well, I think I'm not standing out, but people say I'm thin compared to the other 6. Not a good character, and that I'm too old. Oh, that's terrible. And what is this? It says here that you are a fortune teller? Yes, I actually want to be a housewife and raise a warm family. I returned to work in hopes of, decreasing the burden of my husband, but I've become too committed at work as well. What should I do? I want to change. I want to be more of a lovable character. Haha, that's impossible. During the development phase, it is said that Kasta turns into a lolly with hyperpower, but we only need one lolly. Oh no. Give up your hope of being a cute character. What's hyperpower? Sigh, you're right. I kind of realized it, but it's just too painful. I'm doing my best, you know. I secretly saved up, hide a garden, set up surveillance cameras everywhere. But my husband doesn't even thank me for my hard work. Just a while ago, my pen was spoiled by those kids that suddenly appeared. I'm working so hard, but I'm getting no compensation for it. Fujimoto-san, can someone like me find happiness? Nope. It's your fault, Kasta-san. No way. Even here, they abuse me? Alright, I'm bored with this now. The case is settled. That is all for the life counseling by Fujimoto. Bye. Wow. Now that I have that life lesson, I know not to go downstairs. Not yet, I can't act recklessly. I breathe quietly. I push my body against the wall and watch while keeping myself hidden. It's still too early. I'll be too reckless to charge you when I don't understand the situation yet. But I need you to die. And more than anything, I don't have much power. The strengthened wooden sword is my only weapon. It's foolish to confront Kasta without a plan. Oh, that's wrong. I do have another weapon. Are you gonna make that? No way, what am I thinking? I can't use projection. Half my body became numb after I used it once. Archer told me that I'll end up worse if I do it again. Using magic beyond your capabilities can destroy you. If I use projection magic in this state, it'll be natural for me to die on the spot. The chance will come for now. I'll bide my time and wait for my chance. I see, so you killed Kiri. Her voice only holds murderous intent. Tohsaka is glaring at the enemy with a coldness I've never seen before. Yes, he didn't seem like someone that would obediently hand me the Holy Grail. I also didn't want him to interrupt later on. In contrast, Kasta is cold and composed. The mages in purple cheerfully admits the murder of the priest. I'm pretty sure he would have happily handed it over, actually. The greeting sound echoes throughout the temple. He was more like a devil than a saint to me, but that priest was a fellow apprentice to Tohsaka, and he was killed. Even though he was involved and might have been prepared for it, it's not something that she can take in readily. I see, that's fine. Kiri should have been prepared for such a thing, but Kasta, did you check his corpse? Am I mistaken, or has she suppressed all her anger? Tohsaka seems like she's not angry at all. Has I raised Tohsaka's question? What are you saying? Such a thing should not concern you. No, it doesn't, but it's not something totally related to me. I just wanted to make sure, since I'll be relieved if he's really dead. What does that mean, you little lady? It means what it means, Kasta. It's not to want to die so easily. I just thought that he might still be alive since you didn't check the corpse. Damn, you're useless. If you attacked Kiri, make sure you killed him. Oh. Oh well, I have some to do now, so let's finish this quickly, Kasta. We can fight freely, and as there are no hostages this time. A signal to start. Tohsaka vs Kasta. If either of them takes a step forward, this temple will be filled with magic. You talk big. Do you think you can beat me in this situation? It depends on how I do. Fortunately, it seems Saber has yet to come under your control, but the conditions aren't the same. Also, and I know about Kazuki-sensei, Saber was surprised, but he's not a threat to Archer if he knows his attack beforehand. Tohsaka points to Archer while staring at Kasta. You heard it, Archer. I'll fight Kasta. She might break your contract if you get too close to her. So I'll be fighting that man. I do not mind, but do you know that a mages cannot beat Tohsaka Rin? Don't worry, I wouldn't say something if I didn't have a chance of victory. I'll surely defeat Tohsaka here. If I do that, Tohsaka will be freed and Shiro can make a contract with her again, right? I guess I'll attack Tohsaka with Tohsaka. Tohsaka tenses for action. I feel pressured as if she's a tiger about to attack its prey. Well, I guess I should have expected it from the main character to go after the guy instead of the girl. Even though it's obvious to go after the caster, but whatever. And if to stop her. That is only in theory. It is difficult to defeat her here. She is a master when it comes to running away. She is a woman that will kill her own brother to escape. Archer steps in between Tohsaka and Caster. Archer, what are you doing? She does not answer Tohsaka. The knight in red silently confronts Caster. I think I saw something like this before. What? Oh yeah, I killed my own brother. You talk like you know me. Do you know my true identity? I heard human-shaped creatures made of dragon teeth magic used by the king of Colchis. I heard that his daughter Mida was famed as an excellent witch. The air freezes. Caster's composure disappears, and enmity like fire is directed at Archer. I see. Then you should know which of us is at an advantage right now, right? Archer does not answer. His expression is like stone, as if accepting everything that is happening. Resistance is futile, Archer. You won't be able to take back Saber, no matter who you may be. She still has a will to resist me, but that should not last for another day. So if I can feel Archer, can Archer also feel me? And I can make her into my puppet now if I use my command spell. I barely stop myself from moving, not yet. Even if that's true, now's not the time. I want to save Saber, I can't jump out now. Ace, Saber should be able to stand it. Even if you use the command spell, I don't know if it'll be a minute or two, but we should be able to beat you in that time. Caster and Tohsaka are glaring at each other, standing in between them. That is impossible. Even if we attack you, all we would manage is to take half your powers at most. What awaits us after this is a disadvantaged situation, where we would be fighting both you and Saber? Archer does not meet his master's expectations. Archer, you should know, Rin, we cannot win if that happens. Saber's abilities were restricted because of her incompetent master, and she does not have that restriction anymore. She is the strongest servant now. Only Berserker should be able to match her. He speaks plainly. Tohsaka stares at Archer in astonishment, and even Cass is bewildered by the sensible enemy. But it's different for me. I've experienced something like this before. I get a bad feeling. Back at the Reader Temple, when Caster proposed that he join her, what did he say back then when he refused her? Don't. I remember without realizing. Don't do it. It's not because the situation will get worse. You're Tohsaka's partner, so don't do it. If you do such a thing, I don't know what kind of expression she'll make. Arthur steps forward. He's empty-handed as usual. He steps forward without enmity or intent to kill. Don't curse me, kid. There's nothing else I can do in a situation like this, right? He looks and smiles at me as if he knew I was watching this whole time. Well, Caster, let me ask you, do you have room for one more servant? Archer, you... Caster laughs out loud while Archer stands toward before her. And Tohsaka takes this in with an expression I've never seen her wear. Does not look away. She should break down at times like this, but she keeps a straight face and enjoys it, gritting her teeth. Of course I have enough capacity to accept all the servants. You know where I get my magical energy, right? Magic energy that allows her to maintain 7 servants. It is the lives of the people in this town. Then, this should be easy. I should accept that earlier offer you made, Caster. He holds out his hand to Caster in spite of that. I feel like I'll go crazy. I can't forgive him. He's for betraying Tohsaka, and for proving our Caster and joining Caster's side. I should kill Caster. A hero. For this hero who embodies Emiyashiro's ideals to do such a thing. Even though you refused back then, you are pretty unfaithful. I'm assuming that's what you want me to do since you want to reduce the amount of casualties anyway. The situation has changed. If Saber is on your side, now you're likely to win the Holy Grail War. It's natural to want to be on the winning side, right? I don't think you care about that. Archer walks towards Caster defensively. That means he's abandoning Tohsaka. Tohsaka does not stop him and stares at her enemy. I know that figure. The red classroom. She tries to hide her trembling legs and act like the same old Tohsaka Rin, even with the club students in front of her. That's her strength and weakness. She tries to act firm even in any situation, so everyone around her gets the wrong idea that she's a strong person. Use your contract breaker, Rin. Rin still has her command spell. I might attack you if you don't hurry. His tone doesn't change. He betrayed Tohsaka in front of her, but he's still acting normally. She must be on guard against such a guy. Kasa takes out the distorted dagger, but she does not pierce Archer with it. What? You'll obtain a loyal servant without trouble. Why do you need to hesitate? Really? I do not trust betrayers. If your words are correct, then shouldn't Saber be enough for me? You don't trust betrayers, huh? I certainly might betray you. I'm going to your side for my own benefit. I do not approve of you as my master, but... The command spell is there to punish the betrayer, right? Alright, I shall prove to the world that I'm great enough to take you in. I'm interested in your known phantasma, so I will follow your plan. Cassie raises her arm. Dagger is to eliminate the contract pierces Archer's chest. Oh, no one has a servant anymore. Tohsaka makes a pained face. It must be the reaction of having her contract broken by force. But this isn't the time to be hesitating. This has become the worst possible situation. Tohsaka watches Caster and slowly retreats. Tohsaka is calm. She knows it's been no good to fight them now. If she wants to keep on fighting, she has to retreat for the moment. Alright. There are 6 meters between Tohsaka and the stairs. It is possible for her to run that distance safely. Possible. It's apparent, watching the scene from above. Kazuki, who has been silent up to now, is on guard against Tohsaka. She turns and runs full speed. Would she be able to reach the stairs, then go to the axe before Kazuki catches up to her? Tohsaka sighs while looking at them. Her face. Heh, that's impossible. She seems to say so. She'll die. She'll be killed. If I try to help her, I'll also die. The area below me is a land of death. There's a master called Kazuki along with two enemy servants. There's no way I'll get out there alive. My throat is dry. My fingers are tense from nervousness. 0 or 1, even before I can think. Tohsaka moves. She starts for the stairs without any warning. Behind her, a tall, lean figure catches up to her so quickly that Tohsaka appears to be standing still. Kazuki's fist should hit her in the back of the head. He was able to hurt Saber through her armor. It should be enough for him to break a human skull. I can't save her. I can't save her by myself. I can't save her with this wooden sword. If I go out, I'll die. If I go out, if I go out. Oh. This video question. I'll help her. Not really. It's not really a choice. I'm gonna die anyway. I choose don't help her. I jump down. I don't even use the stairs. I jump down behind Tohsaka without even knowing it. But that's it. My wooden sword is destroyed by Kazuki's fist going for Tohsaka's head. What? Everyone's astonished by this sudden intruder, except for one man who reacts as though it's perfectly natural. He does not hesitate. It does not matter for this man who the enemy is. He has no emotion for the one who appeared. Are you gonna kill Kazuki on the back? That scythe is thrust. There's no way to block it. I'll have my neck snapped like a flower. How pitiful. It's meaningless if I won't last even 2 seconds. I will not be able to do anything, not even to take Tohsaka. No, I had a way from the start. I can pen numerous things to block the attack. Armor Majoras, what is the fighting in my body? But what is the fighting is not my body, but something I'm made out of magic. Trace on, then make it. Success is a matter of course. Do not construct it from the basic structure. Danger. Read this concept. The maker swords. Exception, moral, fate, and the original self. Danger. That is why it's not reconstruction but projection. It is an equal shadow cast by the true object. Danger. It does not matter how great the work is. If it has been accomplished, there's no problem with recreating it. Overload. 2. Oh, electricity. But there's another problem. This problem is the 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 problem is that the unit cannot keep up with the function. My body is burning. Every time my body catches fire, my nerves let out agonizing cries, my retina cracks and dries, and my heartbeat disappears. I ignore my body's orders to stop. The concept of creation, the basic structure, the composition materials, the skills of its making, the experience of its growth, the accumulated years. I skip it all and make up Kanso and Bakuya. Alright. My body is burning. Using projection now means dying. I'm sure his body cannot handle such magic. My head ignores it and therefore my body will die. But that cannot be a problem. No, it cannot be. I will die if I reproduce swords? Of course not. This body is a magical circuit specialized for this purpose alone. I have been saved by swords and I have lived by swords. I do not know about others, but it is impossible for me to transform myself by reproducing swords. Ha. I repel it. The same weapons are in my hands and my enemy is the same. Konso and Bakuya are in my hands. The reproduced no phantasm of archer has repelled Kazuki's first fist once again. It stops right there. Kazuki has, as I figured out, this would turn out like this, turn out like last time as he takes a step back. Ha, gee, my lungs explode. The breath I've been holding escapes my mouth in a rush. I don't feel my left shoulder. My wound has completely opened up and the blood stains not only my bandages but my shirt as well. It's not damage put on by them using the projection magic. 2 attacks. I only repelled Kazuki's attacks twice and my shoulder got destroyed. I bet my shoulder would have been dislocated with one more attack and my arm would have been ripped off. Maybe it was his attacks that damaged me last time and not the sword producing thing. I can't show that. I ready my twin swords and protect Tohsaka's back. And Tohsaka is... You idiot, why are you here? She stops and she has stopped and is complaining to me. I'm relieved. My choice wasn't wrong. I'm glad her good-heartedness is still there. Alright. No, now's not the time. It's too early to tell if my choice was right or not. We have to get out of here alive. Sorry, complain to me later, Tohsaka. I listen once we get out of here, so let's take care of them first. Tohsaka nods silently and readies herself behind me. Alright. I knew you were going to do something, but I did not think you would jump down. Kazuki is watching us, his fist ready to fight. He has no intention of letting us go. He's standing there so he doesn't let one of us go. If neither of us moves, he should react right away. But I can't be taking my time. The wound on my shoulder is getting worse by the second. My concentration fades as more blood is lost. My body won't last long to start with. If we are to run, we should do so as fast as possible. But we can't run away that easily. Kazuki will react if I move. When that happens, Tohsaka will be the first one to die. I have to defeat Kazuki to let Tohsaka go, but I don't have the power to defeat Kazuki, and he's not our only enemy. Behind Kazuki are Caster and the betrayer Archer. No, in the worst case, Saber might also become our enemy. Was there no exit to begin with? There's no miracle that will let us escape from here. I want Tohsaka to escape at the very least, but even that would require so much smoke that it makes me sick. That's it. I was surprised by your intrusion, but the result does not change. Yes, it looks like you have given up. You came out so you don't mind dying, right? I shall end it here. It'll be troublesome to keep you alive, so... She's coming. I'll resist with all my power. I ready my twin swords and stand in front of Tohsaka. Alright. Released intent to kill, but right before it reaches us... No, hold on, Caster. The knight in red stops the attack with an emotionless voice. Archer, I thought you would know that you have no right to say anything here. No, there's something I forgot to tell you. I want to give you one condition for me siding with you. Me to side with you. A condition? Yes, I gave my freedom without resistance. As compensation, I would like for you to let them go. They are useless as masters now. There's no merit to killing them. This proposal sounds objective. Tohsaka watches it intently. Let them go? Huh. You are more good-natured than you act. I was born as a human. It will leave a bad aftertaste if I kill my master without to betray her. Oh, you're a traitor, but you say such things in front of the one you betrayed. Fine, I shall let them go this time, but I will kill them if they get in my way again, no matter who stops me. Is that fine, Archer? Of course, if they are stupid enough to continue fighting in this situation, they deserve to die. That must have been That must have concluded the negotiation. The intent to kill a friend in the temple goes away, and the restraining enmity fades. So that's it, you two. I'll let you go this time. Now run like the dogs you are. I get out Casta, but Tohsaka pulls out my arm silently. Let's go, she's right. She whispers in my ear. I calm down and turn my back to the enemy. We don't run, but slowly make our way to the stairs. The distance that seems so great is covered in just a few steps. A footstep. Tohsaka takes a step onto the stairs and turns back to Casta. Now that's wrong. Tohsaka did not look at Casta, but at the man smiling behind our enemy. It is wrong to curse me, Rin. It is just that this woman is a better master than you are. If the difference is clear, I will choose the stronger one. You're right, but you'll regret it. I will never give up. I'm not going to defeat Casta and get you back, and I won't forgive you even if you apologize to me at that time. That is just vain effort. Well, I will not stop you if you want to throw away your life. She turns away and starts to walk. She's biting her lip in anger, but she does not speed up, and Tohsaka leaves the underground temple in a magnificent manner. Alright. We get out of the church. We do not say anything. Am I going to your house? Oh, status upgrades. I'm guessing it's casted again. No, wait. Didn't they say kind of a true name? Your status got updated. Caster. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Wait, does that mean, Saber's got updated as well? Oh my god. I can't believe this. My wound hurts. The sweat on my forehead drips down to my eyes and my vision wavers. Even walking hurts my wound. It hurts every time I take a step. My strides are getting shorter. Emyukan? She turns back to me as I am falling behind. Then, Tohsaka suddenly looks at me seriously. Let's rest for a bit. It should be hard it should be hard for you even to walk. Yeah, it's pretty hard. No, I'm fine. I can bear this. We need to get home as soon as possible. To the Emiya or the Tohsaka household. It doesn't matter, but we should get Tohsaka back to our home ground. Don't worry about my wound. It's not like there's poison in there. I ignore Tohsaka's stare and keep walking. How pitiful. My knees are about to give out right as I say so. See, you're pushing yourself too much. They still started to fight against Kazuki with that wound of yours. Take a rest. They won't come after us. Well, I guess I can go after, I guess I can team up with Berserker, Ilya, and probably not Shinji. I would assume so, but let's go home as quickly as possible. It's not that painful. Hey now, don't say it's not painful when you're bleeding so much. I don't know why you want to go home so badly, but we should rest now, right? She scolds me. Oh, she's not back to par yet, huh? The usual, coolness isn't there. She's very emotional, so her anger will be unstoppable if the brakes give way. Are you listening to me? You're not like Kiri, so it's troubling to have you leave a trail of blood after you. First of all, why did you end up like this? I know I told you to go to the church, but couldn't you tell it was dangerous right away? Hey now, I was able to tell right away. I knew something bad was happening the moment I saw the church. You should have gone home right then, you idiot. Not only that, but you came in with that wound of yours and used projection again. It's natural for your wound to get worse. And you're saying it's not painful? Jeez, what's wrong with you? Why would you push yourself so hard? Tohsaka roars out without stopping. But well, it really isn't that painful, and it's more painful for you, right? So let's go home. You can complain once you get home. That's why I wanted to get home as quickly as possible. She doesn't have to act that strong. Tohsaka can let everything out once she's back in her home in her own room. What? Then she wipes her face like she made a mistake and turns away. I can't think of anything to say. I can't believe it. A guy made me cry. She murmurs while looking down. Then, Tohsaka, your hand, you're holding my hand. Shut up, take responsibility, you idiot. For what, saying you should go home? Hold on, my wound's hurting. Don't pull on my left hand. For what? Oh, you're going to bury me, okay. It's the foreigner's cemetery. Tohsaka walks over to the grassy area and finally lets go of my hand. Hey Tohsaka, we don't have time to be playing around. Sit down, just sit down for now. She does not let me object, so I sit down and turn your back to me. Don't turn this way, okay? I'll get really angry if you look at my face. I hear a sound behind me. We sit down on the grass with our backs to each other. I don't get why she's doing this. Tohsaka is silent and she told me not to turn around. I don't have anything to do, so I look up at the sky. It's the moon's very moon. I gasp at how big it is. Is it because I've been underground so long, or is it because the sky is so clear tonight? Anyways, the winter night sky is so beautiful that it makes me forget about my wound. The warmth of Tohsaka's body on my back doesn't bother me either. I look up at the black sky, forgetting about everything for now. How long have I been sitting here like this? The silent girl starts to talk in a calm voice. Another CGM mic guy, I haven't seen him in a while. I'm just talking to myself. I see I can't reply if she's talking to herself. I keep staring at the night sky. I might have made a mistake. I should have done what Archer said and beaten Castor without caring about how I did it. I was trying to find an opening because I was worried about small sacrifices, but it turns out that everyone in this town might be sacrificed now. So she keeps talking. She's probably whining. She's not saying so because I told her, and so Tohsaka doesn't want to compensate her actions by herself, but wants someone else to do it for her. Contemplate. If I'm not complaining, but I keep on screwing up when it counts the most. I can handle the second or third most important things with ease, but I also have a problem with the single most important one. The winter sky is clear, but in contrast the air is really cold. I don't care about myself, but isn't Tohsaka cold without her coat? I'm worried about that. It's not Archer's fault alone that he went on to their side. It's my fault for letting Castor be. But yeah, it really gets me. I was talking to him earlier, but I'm cornered already. She sighs. I can't see it, but I bet her breath is white. Hey now, I think this is where you make a comment. Oh, so what were you concerned about, Tohsaka? It's about never regretting your actions. He said that I'm not the type to regret my actions, but it seems now's the critical moment. I'm even more depressed that I've made a mistake. I see. I don't understand her too well, but Archer's right. Tohsaka isn't the type to regret her actions. That's just now, right? It's irritating, but I agree with Archer. There's nothing for you to regret. Why? Castor's doing whatever she wants, and even Archer lost faith in me. This is because my policy was a mistake, right? It's just that you were unsuccessful. You haven't made a mistake. If you hadn't made a mistake, you could be proud of yourself even if you were unsuccessful. The process, if you walk down the path that you believe is right, you cannot be wrong. At a time like this, most people realize that their path is wrong, but she's different. Her path should have always been the one you can be proud of. Alright. Yeah, to be honest, you've always shined. I won't forget my actions either. I believe what I've done is right, but it's full of stitches. I don't want to regret anything. I want to make all the tragedies that happened into meaningful things by believing that my path is right. But you're different. You're the type that will regret something, then go back and retaliate. I'm deceiving myself with all the patchwork, but you go and destroy. You're going to destroy with a straight face. You're basking even. You'll only get depressed once in a while, but what comes after is scary in your case. I think she will go to the one that got you depressed and get them to be even more depressed. Look, what is that? Are you trying to finish me off? Yeah, I thought I'd strike while your guard was down. Well, isn't that true? I'm sure you don't intend to give up now. I look up at the night sky and say so as if I'm talking to myself. Tohsaka doesn't answer, but I think that she smiled, getting herself together. And silence follows. Tohsaka must have said everything she wanted to as she stops talking. I aimlessly look up at the night sky. We should be going home now, but neither of us can stand up and break the moment, so we just keep our backs to each other. Oh yeah, why did you come to help me, Shiro? I can't explain. I help everyone. There are many reasons. I think it'd be stupid to explain each one. So I say something I have to tell her. You remember this pendant, right? I show her the pendant. I hear her gasp from behind me. I thought so. I bet she intended to keep this a secret, but she made a mistake again. Hey, where did you get that? I found it in your room. Oh, you might be surprised when you get home, but I'm sorry, I tripped over your dresser. I returned the pendant behind my back. So what about it? Well, I have the exact same pendant at my house. I picked it up when I found it after being killed by Lancer. I casually hint about that night, then there's an identical one? Tohsaka gasps as if she's heard something that she shouldn't have. Did I say something strange? No, it's nothing, but why would that be a reason to come help me? The pendant means nothing, right? Right, it's just a reason I made up afterwards. To confess, I've been admiring Tohsaka Rin for a long time. That's because you and Archer are the exact same person. And this is a problem, but I got to like you even more after I talked to you, so I didn't want you to die, and I jumped down even before I realized it. Hey now, don't say so directly. You'll create misunderstandings if you talk without thinking. I can't figure that out on my own, so it's kinda whatever. I won't create misunderstandings, I really do like you. I, abstainly, reply at once. It's not a lie, but there's no misunderstandings to be made, you idiot. That's why you jumped in suicidally, you big idiot. Tohsaka calls me an idiot. She criticizes me mercilessly, but since you don't feel bad. It's not really merciless to be called an idiot. The night sky is beautiful and I feel calm. I'm just really happy that Tohsaka is back to normal. Alright, let's go home like you said. Here, give me your hand. It should be hard for you to stand up with that wound of yours. I grab her hand with my right. Tohsaka pulls me up. Then, we do not owe each other anything now. Let's not count today's incident. That would really help me out. I don't know what the pendant means to Tohsaka. I bet I would have felt more guilt towards Tohsaka if I found out. Tohsaka didn't want that, and said that the incidents offsets one another. So Tohsaka shouldn't feel bad about getting helped either. And we can leave the enemy cemetery. And on the way, the foreigner cemetery. Thanks for helping me, Shiro. It really did help me out. Tohsaka answered with embarrassment. Alright. We walk down the hill. When we're going back to our home ground where it's safe, Tohsaka heads for my house and not her house as if it's natural to do so. Oh, I was wondering where you're gonna go, but okay. Okay. We're back at my place. I never thought I would make it back alive, so I relax once I get into the living room. Whoa, I feel a bit dizzy and I lean against the wall. See, you can't even stand up, you idiot. She's right, but I don't think her last comment was unnecessary. How many times did she call me an idiot today? I bet she set a new record already. Come over here. Ready to replace those bandages at the very least. I nod and move by. I nod and move by Tohsaka. I can use this first aid kit, right? Oh, as expected from my house with the dojo. It's rare to see a first aid kit with needles and threads, along with a scissor. Hey, come on, take off your shirt and show me your wound. I have to take off my clothes? Oh, now I can do it myself. Treated myself this morning, so it shouldn't be a problem. Come on, I don't know why you're being so reserved, but who do you think treated that wound in the first place? But I was unconscious and I was only causing trouble for Tohsaka at that time. Stop whining and hurry up. Your wound is special, so we have to treat it right for it to heal up. How unfair. I can't complain if she tells me with a face like that. Okay, I'll leave it to you. To be honest, it's burning right now. I get up. I give up and sit down. Seeing that the shirt is stained with blood, Tohsaka gives up, taking it off and cutting it away. She then quickly but carefully takes off the bandages. Is that bad? Tohsaka gasps when she sees it. But I'm troubled as well. I'm so embarrassing having to stare at my body so closely. You don't care about the wound? You really did push yourself. It was healing up, but the wound's opened up again. Is already healing? Jeez, I can't get mad at you if I see a wound like that. Guess it makes sense, but... obviously it would be healing, but... She talks like that, but gently touches the wound. Coughing and dizzy for a different reason. I'm able to stay calm if she's near me, but my heart beats faster now and I'm having trouble determining where to look. Man, I criticize myself mentally, but it does no good. The temperature inside my head will keep increasing as long as we're like this, because the dizziness isn't caused by my wound. Suck, it's fine now, right? Just use Styptic and roll up the bandage. That's not called treating. I take it back, I'm angry. You went outside with a hack job like this? as a slapping sound. Gee, what was that for? Tohsaka just slaps me on my wound. Do you have some grudge against me? You have no idea. You should thank me for going easy on you. It's not very nice. Saying so, Tohsaka takes out something that looks like an ointment. Oh, okay. It hurts, right? I healed the dead nerve, so it should hurt for a while. There's a painkiller in this ointment, but it's mainly to replace your flesh. It'll hurt until it's familiarizes with your body, so don't do anything reckless until the pain goes away. He takes the jade-like substance and applies it to my wound. It looks really suspicious, but I stay quiet, since I know Tohsaka's seriously treating my wound. Alright, that's it. You should feel much better tomorrow. If you wrap up some bandages around it, and get a good night's sleep. She skillfully wraps the bandages around the wound. I'm not praising her or anything, but she does a much better job than I do. Yeah, thanks, Tohsaka. I feel much better. I think I will avert my gaze. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad I've treated you if you say so. Yeah, it's even more helpful because I thought it wouldn't heal up. But thanks for treating the wound. Yeah, that's only natural. It'll heal as long as I treat it. Well, that's how that works. Finishing the treatment, Tohsaka gets up. Then, I don't know why, but she heads to the kitchen. Tohsaka? Am I seeing things? She's checking what's inside the refrigerator and the rice cooker. Oh, she hasn't made anything in this room, has she? But she did in the other one. Hey, what are you doing? I'm preparing dinner. You haven't eaten yet, right? I haven't eaten either, so we're going to eat dinner. Yeah, I can tell, but why cook dinner in this situation? Well, they're hungry. Well, it's natural. People can't come up with good ideas on an empty stomach. Tohsaka speaks while staring inside the refrigerator. Alright. The sound of our utensils echoes inside the room. It's past 10 o'clock. I don't know how it ended up like this, but Tohsaka and I are eating a late dinner together. By the way, the dinner was made by both of us. Tohsaka wanted to eat Japanese food, but she didn't even know how to make miso soup. It really makes me wonder what they're teaching in the cooking class at school. Tohsaka's concentrating on her meal. She must be hungry as her plate is almost empty. But I don't have much of an appetite right now. It's partly because this isn't the time to be eating, but one because I haven't replied to Tohsaka. You can forfeit here, Shiro. I haven't told her my reply to those words. Tohsaka has something to talk about. I hold my chopsticks down and stare at Tohsaka. What? I've been thinking my reason for joining this battle. Oh, and what I wanted to do. Yeah, and she urges me to go on as she sips on the miso soup. She's putting my spirit down, but I try to get myself together. At first it was because I was dragged into this and I wanted to do something about this war, but it has nothing to do with how I became a master or how I got dragged into this. I like superheroes, that's why I have to protect everyone. I don't care about this master thing. It makes no difference that I'm a master or that I've lost Saber. I say so ready for Tohsaka's rebuttal, but... Oh, I see. She makes an absent-minded response and finishes her rice. Hey Tohsaka, I'm talking seriously, so... I'm listening. You fight by yourself, right? The fact that people are dying bothers you more than the fact that you might die. That's why you decide to fight no matter how weak you are. She looks straight at me. It's as if she sees through the part of me that I don't even know about. And most of all, she proves that I'm fighting. Oh, yeah, that's right. What's with that face? You look like a squirrel that says, lick sugar. Well, I thought you might object. I am, but I can't complain to you when you've saved me like that. And I understand that you're like that no matter how much I try to stop you. Tohsaka averts her gaze a bit. I don't know why, but then we're still cooperating? Yeah, I can't help it, so I'll go along with you. First of all, I'll be so worried that I won't be able to sleep soundly if I let you be by yourself, and... She takes a huge breath. After getting ready for some reason. To put it in your words, I don't hate you, Shiro, so it's fine if we stay together, right? This is a very specific sprite. Since you're holding a bowl. She hands me the bowl. How long did it take me to realize that she's asking for seconds? Oh, of course. I don't know how much of a tyrant you are. I don't care. I take the bowl, fill it from the rice cooker and hand it back to her. Fine, I'm hungry and the food's good. Tohsaka starts eating the heaps of rice. I smile. I bet I'm smiling as I eat, but I can't help it. I'm so happy right now, so let me smile like a fool for a while. Alright. Well, now we're drinking tea after dinner. So projection has its limitations. Its powers seem to seem unlimited since it makes your imagination real, but projection has its own set of rules. The simplest about it is projected object durability, the strength of its existence. Tohsaka puts her finger as she drinks her tea. Strength of existence? What? You mean it's a flimsiness is in being unable to bear the existence of the illusion? I sip the tea and tilt my head in wonder. You seem like you don't know anything, but you know some interesting terms. Well, you're not right, but not wrong. Projection uses your mental image to completely reproduce the genuine object. There's no exception to this. You can't project if it's not perfect inside of you. As it is a shadow of the true object, the projection magic requires that there be no mistake. So basically, the projected object has the strength as you imagine it. An illusion is perfect in this regard. The closer the knowledge and the image are to the true object, the more perfect the projected object is in real life. Can't you just make your own objects? Wait, that's strange. I projected Archer's sword, but Kazuki destroyed them. I know Kessa's strength in Kazuki's fist, but they aren't strong enough to destroy no phantasma. Doesn't that mean that the Constone back here up is projected are inferior to the originals? Yes, you realize a very good point, Emyukin. That's the limit of projection, the strength of the object's existence. Projection is just a projection, it's not a creation. What makes a projection is the image of the inner caster's mind. So when a flaw is created in the image, the projected object vanishes, even if it has the same ability as the original. When a flaw is created in the image, isn't that also strange? You can't project it if the image is incorrect, right? Right, so the flaw would be created after it's projected. Let's say you project a sword that will not break. I nod. Tohsaka nods in satisfaction. But a sword that will not break doesn't exist. It's just that the sword is framed or called unbreakable, so it can break if it comes against an illusion greater than itself. Doesn't it mean my image was wrong once it breaks? I made a sword that won't break, right? That's wrong. It's perfect the moment you project it, but first of all, a sword that will not break is just a name. There isn't an actual sword that won't break. But what you imagine is a sword that won't break, right? If a sword breaks in real life, what is projected becomes a lie. It isn't because the sword broke. What you imagine is a sword that will not break. So when it breaks, the sword that broke and the sword that will not break in your imagination become two separate things. It's because the scale between you and the reality tip. So if I sum it up, alright, so if I imagine a sword that will not break and projected it, but the projected sword broke during battle, when that happens I denied the sword saying, hey, this sword broke. As a result, the projected sword disappears, and that's because there's an inconsistency between reality and the image, right? You're pretty right, yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. You projected Archer's swords. I don't know how you ranked Archer's swords, but you did not imagine swords that would break from Kazuki's attacks. But the swords were destroyed. At the time you thought, these aren't Archer's swords. The projected swords were denied by the maker, so they lose their strength and existence and become a fantasy once again. I see. Even projected weapons can break. But it's not the enemy, but you who make them disappear from this world. When the difference between the reality and the image become too large to be reconciled, the projected weapon disappears. Is it because the one who projected the weapon starts believing in the image? Do you get it now? So projection starts from the blueprint. You should consider mental properties, material properties, and even its history. If you have those down, I don't think the projection object would disappear even if it's a bit different. Huh? Wouldn't you start from how it was considered to be made? Materials and techniques aren't enough. Let's talk about today's dinner, for example. It started when you said you wanted to eat Japanese food, right? So you have to start from the very beginning of the creation. Oh? Tohsaka's stunned. Tohsaka stares at me. I drink the tea and tilt my head in wonder. Hey, how did we start talking about this in the first place? You're right, I thought we were talking about our future course of action, what our future course of action should be. Oh yeah, we were talking about our course of action, what our course of action should be. Shiro, do you want to seriously practice projection magic? Tohsaka detailed the conversation. I remember now, we were so stumped that we placed our hopes on certain factors. Yeah, first of all I can manage to project our swords, that hasn't helped me too much, so it's probably not much use. Oh, she's looking at me with those eyes again. I wonder why she's always making that face when we talk about projection magic. Oh well, let's confirm our current situation. For now our enemy is Casta, she isn't too bad by herself, but we can't do anything as long as protected by Kazuki and Archer and Saber. Plus, it's only a matter of time before Saber's control. The situation is getting worse by the second. Yes, but Saber isn't under Casta's complete control. That gives us a chance of victory. There's no chance of victory once Saber gives in. I can't let that happen. She told me to run. She told me as she cries. So for Saber's sake, I can't let Casta do as she wishes. That's right. So she raises. So raise your hand if you have an idea, Shiro. Do you have any good ideas? An idea that will break the current deadlock. If there's a way to oppose Casta, it is. I don't have any plans. We'll just fight head on. We can't fight head on. Is there a secret passage into the church? We can't do this by ourselves. We'll cooperate with other masters. Right, like this one. Let's get Ilya. Not opponents that we can take on by ourselves. There are 3 enemies. Then we'll need at least another one by our sides. There are limited possibilities. People who are Meiji and have a reason to fight against Casta. There'll be other masters. Saka, don't get mad and hear me out, but do you think it's feasible to cooperate with other masters? Alright, why do you say so? You must have a plan. Well, that's not the case, but Casta isn't someone the other masters can just ignore, right? So we might be able to cooperate just to beat Casta. Yes, I was actually thinking of the same thing. I didn't say it because I thought you'd object. So you say so unenthusiastically. She might not like the idea, but she might know that that's the only option we have. Alright. Well, there are 2 remaining masters now, Lance's master and Berserker's master. There's no way to negotiate with Lance's master because his identity is unknown, but we have a chance with Berserker's master, Ilya's reveal. Berserker's master. Yes, let's get Ilya on our side. The white girl and the statue-like giant I met on the night when it all began. It sounded dangerous, but I don't think she's cruel. Yes. Yeah, I think she would at least listen to us. I don't think she'll ask for much in return either. You idiot, she's the most dangerous for you. She was only looking at you, Shiro. I don't know what she'll do to you. What do you mean? I've only met her once, so that can't be possible. Quit scaring me like that, Tohsaka. That's not true. You met her on your way home, before you became a master. We'll stop the negotiation right then, if that does happen. Then, Tohsaka averts her gaze and gulps down her tea. But we can only bet on Ilya's reveal for now. If Archie was right about Casta's identity, Berserker would be her natural enemy. They know each other when they were alive, so you should know Casta's tricks. Berserker can handle Casta and Archer by himself, when we can take care of Kazuki while he does so. That's an optimistic thought, but does Berserker really know Casta? Yeah, Archer told me that Berserker's true identity is Hercules. If Casta really is that witch, Berserker might know her through the Argo exposition. It's just like how don't get along with Kiri. Everyone has a natural enemy. Okay, but I'm sure everyone would dislike the Black Priest. Then it's decided. But how should we find her? She hasn't appeared since that night. We should be able to find her because of her large magic energy, right? And we can't find her in spite of that. So does that mean she's not in this town? I would assume not. Ilya might be having fun watching the Holy Grail from a faraway place. Is she keeping watch over the town like Casta is doing so from Regional Temple? I don't know, but I have an idea where she might be. I heard from my dad that this Ensburn family has a villa in the forest at the outskirts of town. She says so with a tense voice. A villa inside the forest. Saka's expression tells me how dangerous the place is. Alright. Well, I go back to my room and lie down. Drowsiness fills my body as soon as I do so. I stare at the dark ceiling. We're going to Ilya Sevile's hideout tomorrow. No matter what kind of negotiations take place, it's obvious that we'll need more energy. So this is the end of this day. I heard there's 2 endings, so maybe the other ending is not getting Ilya. Saka said we wouldn't get any good results with tired bodies, so we decided to head out after we sleep. It's 5 hours until dawn. We have to go talk to her after that. The young master that appeared on the night I became a master. Saber is a servant excellent in all aspects. Berserker is a servant specialized in battle. There's no servant that can match Berserker in a simple combat. How can I talk to such monsters, saying it makes me believe it's impossible to negotiate with them, but it's real fine. Strangely, I don't feel any uneasiness. I think Ilya will understand us if we talk to her, just like Tohsaka. She will classify enemy and ally as majors, but I think she'd probably go with all that side. But what wishful thinking when I haven't even talked it with her yet. I, I, I bet he would scorn me, saying that it's a convenient fantasy. But what's wrong with believing? Is it wrong to have hope for someone you haven't met yet? I realize that I'm gritting my teeth. The man who told me to try my ideals and die betrayed Tohsaka in front of me. And with that much trust and power switched his alliance so easily, Archer, mine darkens. No, it's freezing. I think he was just trying to save Tohsaka, but whatever. My head cools down, thinking about what he did. I'm angry. I can't forgive him for betraying Tohsaka. I can't forget the fact that he cast away his partner. I will swear here, even if that may have been the very best course of action, and even if it turns out that it was the right choice to survive, I will never do something like that. His actions have been getting on my nerves. He told me to talk about ideals. I opposed him when he told me I couldn't save everyone, but I agreed with his words somewhere inside of me. His words are correct. The superhero my father talked about is just a fantasy, and I accepted the fact that I would have to become like him to get closer to the ideal as possible. When I wanted to do so, I openly denied the idea, even though I accepted it in my mind. But this isn't on such a level. I can't approve of him. I can't approve of his actions no matter what the circumstances may be. I won't be able to keep standing if I approve of him. Alright. That's why I can't lose to you. My words do not disappear, disperse into the darkness, but stay in the room. A few hours until dawn. I keep repeating those words, even in my sleep. Okay. Day change. Day change, day change. Versus Berserker. Alright then. Yeah. That's the 13th day. Maybe the last. Maybe. Uh, so yeah, bye bye.